classified in these things. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Walmart exclusive Night Force 2-pack number 164 Beachhead and Quick Kick. Now I found this at Walmart in one of those new fancy displays that everybody's been finding. And I was looking for Crystal Ball, but I saw this set and I'm like, all right, I'll get it. And I canceled my Hasbro Pulse pre-order and my Walmart pre-order. So here it is. So let's take a closer look at the packaging. So here's the figures inside the box. And G.I. Joe Beachhead and Quick Kick, Night Force, G.I. Joe Classified. Here's the barcode on the side. Get a close-up of that. You guys can do with it as you please. And then their little tech spec things. Top of the box just says 164, nothing else really special. Opposite side with some of that artwork, number 164. On back, here's some of the production shots. And then a close-up of the alternate head for Quick Kick. And then some decos on the characters. There's some more legal stuff on the back. Legal stuff and the barcode. So let's get the turntable out of here and we will open the package. Tilt the camera down a bit. Don't have my knife on me, so I'll just use the nippers to cut the tape. Pulled out. Here we go. Here's the figures on the tray. And let's get everything pulled out. So far, first weapon does not have the gumminess feel to it. It's like it's been hit or miss with Classified lately when it comes to how the guns feel. And so far the one, like, because the blowtorch wave, see, I haven't opened blowtorch yet, or the frag viper, but Footloose and who was the other figure in that wave? Darklon. Their weapons had some gumminess to them. Like, what? It wasn't deal breakers, but I just hope, you know, with the rumor of them changing factories, that none of that, you know, was part of it. You know, a few people were kind of crapping on Beachhead and his, like, plaid sweater slash shirt or whatever, but kind of digging it. And I'm down for the sub teams personally. Like, give me more Night Force, even if I don't think Quick Kick was an original member. I don't know, like, what happened, what came out after Vintage. I know that they did some packs, like they did. I know they did like a Tiger Force pack in the more modern era. And I think Jinx was part of Tiger Force. I don't know if they did any extra Night Force. I remember most of the Vintage team. And for those that don't remember, Night Force was like a Toys R Us exclusive. And I think they typically came in 2 packs. And there's Quick Kick. And there goes Beachhead. Almost got everything out of here. I'll tell you what, this set does not lack accessories, that's for sure. Now, I think Quick Kick's gun is Dusty's rifle. And it looks like there's no bipod. So many knives and swords. I would imagine not all these weapons are going to store. Now I'm just dropping shit and knocking stuff over. I mean, I appreciate the tape, but sometimes it's just annoying getting shit out. There. Now we have everything out. I dropped Quick Kick's backpack. Don't know where it went. But first, let's look at the figures, and then we'll go over the accessories. So here's a good look at Quick Kick, and if you can't already tell, his pouches are falling down. Gotta push those up a little bit. This side's super loose compared to the other side. But here we go. Let's get a look at Quick Kick's face. And then he does have his... Oh, this comes off super easy. But if you move the scarf in Beto, there's the back of him. This does flip up. It says Fudgy Interactive. But it feels like that's upside down. Yeah. There. So let's go over articulation. So the head can go that far forward. Can't really go backwards because his hair and his scarf is kind of getting in the way. He does have butterflies, a little bit of range in the shoulders. Shoulders can go up to there. Does have a bicep swivel. Pinless double jointed elbows. That second one doesn't want to go up. There we go. A little bit of pressure to get that waist rotation, and then it does kind of go up and down a little bit, not a whole lot. Waist rotation, it's really tight. Can't tell if he's got an ab crunch. Yeah, he does. He's got like the cut in the ab, but you can get it to go. Bring it back about that far. Is there drop downs? I mean, there's kind of a drop down. I wouldn't really consider it one. Legs can go up to here. Can kind of go back to there. Can get the splits. Thigh rotation. Pinless double jointed knees, smooth, not super tight. Ankle can go back, can go forward, and it has a rocker. Can rock either way. So that's articulation for quick kick. Now let's go to Beachhead. Oh, let's look at Beachhead first. So here's a good look at, I mean, he's covered in pouches. It looks like he can store a lot of his accessories. Nice molded grenade right there in that belt. And then there's the patch on his arm. All right, so with Beachhead, I don't like is how high that belt's sitting. Just need to kind of move those overlays down, or the straps down a little bit. I think that's better looking. I think that looks better. But so let's go over articulation. So now he gets a deep bend forward, back, really good. No, I mean, because he's got nothing obstructing. No really side motion. There are a little bit of shoulder butterflies, not a lot. Shoulder real smooth. Get up to there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, smooth. Waist rotation. He does have the ab cut for the ab crunch. You can't really see it because of the overlay. Really good pops. You can hear that ratchet. Kind of a drop down hip. It's hard to see with his straps. Leg can get up to here. Can kind of go back to there. Thigh swivel. And then he has a double knee, good smooth knee, boot cut. Ankle can go back, it's kind of loose. Not sure if I like that far forward. Very, very loose ankle. And these straps are kind of falling down. But yeah, I mean, of the two, he's the looser of the two. Ankle's kind of worried about that. Now, one thing, does Quick Kick have a boot cut? Yep, he does have a boot cut, so I missed that originally. So let's take a look at the accessories. All right, now moving on to the accessories. So first off, go with stuff that was on Beachhead's side. Here's his crossbow, submachine gun with magazine that pulls out, his sniper rifle, and magazine pulls out as well. It's kind of loose. Here's his sidearm. Magazine does not eject the suppressor for his sidearm. Then he comes with 2 smoke grenades. Says Night Force or NF.2. He's got a satchel. And here's his backpack, where you can see the crossbow can peg into the backpack, like so. Now, he does have like a slot for a knife, so I'm assuming one of these knives that was on Quick Kick is his knife. So I'm going to assume that's the knife. And he does have a sheath for the knife on his boot. It's a tight fit. I don't like how these droop down. Okay. Let's see. So you can, put the suppressor in a pouch. His sidearm can go in the holster. So now he has, you know what? I wonder if the green handle knives are his. Because he has there's two green handle knives. I bet one goes into the boot. And the other one goes here. Which one's the bigger knife? This one might go into his thing on the side. Oh, that's super loose. I don't see any other knife that would go in there. See if it shows on the back of the packaging. Of course, that's the side of him you don't see. I want to assume the green handle knives are his and the black handle knife is Quick Kick. It looks better that way. So there is all of his kind of weapons that can plug into him. So sadly, I don't see any where the little smoke grenades could go to. Now, I guess you could clip them on his belt. Yeah, actually that works, kinda. I feel though, if you're not paying attention, you could lose these. But at least they have like little, like the pins. Oh, it's not going in very well. I'll mess with that off camera, but you got to be careful because you could lose those. And then his satchel or whatever you can put on, like so. Yeah, so there's Beachhead. All right, so let's go over Quick Kick's accessories. Here's his backpack, and then it looks like it has slots for the swords. He came with a pair of nunchuk. Really nice paint on those with the red at the tips. He has a pair of swords, curved blades, and he has a pair of katana swords along with nice deco on the end of them. He does have his stars. Does he have hands to hold them? I think they just fit the trigger grip hands. He has a pair of chop hands and a pair of fist hands. And then stock hands are his trigger hands. He also comes with a rifle, which, like I said, I think it's the Dusty's rifle. Magazine does pull out. No bipod on the rifle. And then here's that knife I showed earlier, so I'm assuming it's his knife. He has two faces, or two additional head sculpts. One with I don't think those are supposed to be battle damage. I think it's just paint. Looks like scratches. And then this helmet. This might be the head I go with. So let's add all his weapons. So yeah, he does have the one sheath for a knife. So I just dropped the knife. Here it is. So it goes up there like that. And it looks like the two curved blade swords go into his, yeah. Now he kind of suffers the same thing that Beachhead does. Like his belt is sitting high on his waist, and I'm gonna try to fix that. 1 second. So we're back. So what I did was his like overlay belt, where his sword and his nunchuck store, I lowered that at his actual waist, so he didn't have like a belt sitting above a belt. I don't know, it just looked weird. And I think it kind of restricts his crunch a little bit. Kind of was getting in the way. So anyways, the curved blade swords can go in here. His nunchucks can go back here. Okay, it's been a while since I messed with the original release. Did the original one have this same belt? I remember being able to store the nunchucks, I think. Those can go in like so. And then his backpack, the straight blades can go in there. And I put them in upside down. His backpack can go like so. And yeah, so that's all of his accessories in their storage for the character. No, backpack just fell off. Now, I was going to say, that backpack does not peg in very well because the overlay is kind of restricting that. So it won't take much for it to fall out. Let's pose them out. All right, so let's move on to my final thoughts. So first off, let's get some of the negative stuff out of the way. So one of the things that kind of pet peeves me anymore with like Classified is when you cannot store all the accessories on the character. Like, so Beachhead is the main culprit of this. Like, he has those 2 smoke grenades, and there's nowhere to really put them. Now, I clipped them on his belt, and they can stay there, but if you do that, I think you just have to be really careful when you move Beachhead around, that they'll fall off and you'll lose them. The other gripe I have about these are like the satchels and the knife sheath on Beachhead, and like the extra pockets that are on Quick Kick's legs. Now, one of Quick Kick's legs, one of them's looser than the other, so it always falls down when you're manipulating them. Same thing with Beachhead's knife sheath. It moves around as well, and I don't know, that's just something that I don't like, most mainly when manipulating them. Other than that, these are really great figures. One of the things good about them, they have decent articulation. The knees and elbows aren't stuck like most of them. Most of the Classified It feels like you have to heat them up, but these I kind of just did it right as I unboxed them. Also, the weapons feel nice. Like the guns anyways feel nice. They don't feel that squishy, flimsy, like flexible plastic. The knives and swords do, but I don't mind. If they have that gummier feel, it makes sense for those. The guns, on the other hand, it doesn't, and they feel nice. So one other thing to complain about is Beachhead's ankles are very loose. Like there's no snap in them, like no ratchets like they kind of typically have. So that was a little bit of a concern. But my point of view is, if you're a classified, got to have them all. It's worth adding these to your Night Force team. And they look cool. I'm probably sticking with Quick Kick's masthead, because it just looks kind of like that's what he would wear in battle if he was in Night Force. So that's my headcanon, so I'm going to stick with that. But I appreciate you all sticking around and checking out the review. If you could, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button. Feel free to comment and share this video. Also, if you could, look me up on all the other social medias. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X. I have my own Twitch channel, my own Facebook page, and I'm posting news on there daily. Twitch, I'm streaming live on there along with YouTube simulcasting. So if you could, check me out on those and give me a follow on those as well. So that's all for this one. Thank you all for coming out, checking it out. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.